Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zakaria Mahmoud. I am a senior at Princeton University studying public policy, international affairs, with aspirations to go to law school, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, I was given the mercy of Allah to be introduced to the Hibr Institute. And there are various attributes and significant insights I was provided with during my experience with this institute. But before I get into that, I would just like to highlight how this was introduced to me and who I was before encountering the educational pursuits of this institute. So inshallah, something that's significant about people in the modern age is the idealization of the Western educational values, in the sense of going to college, getting a universal degree. And in this sense, the idea of knowledge is boxed into these collegiate pursuits. And subhanallah, as somebody going to an elite college like Princeton, you feel like your only purpose in life is to get this degree. And the only purpose in life that needs the intrinsic value of working hard is getting this degree. But subhanallah, especially with the rigor the school necessitates, Allah guided me towards putting my time about learning about the religion. And the thing about Islam that I feel like differentiates itself from a lot of other religions is this constant evolution of of yourself, in a sense that you are constantly in the pursuit of Islamic knowledge. And it's not in the sense of getting a degree, as in the sense of Western education, but rather it is in the sense of getting closer to Allah. And that is why I valued my time in Hibr Institute. One major thing I would want to highlight about the time here was the core essence of learning the Fatiha. Especially as students in Princeton, you feel that if you're going to do Islamic education, you want to have some high kind of like system of education. In the sense, you want to be learning the in-depth fiqh, the in-depth seerah, the in-depth hadith, and you want to go out of bounds for all these kind of other aspects. But subhanallah, the reason I really value this institute because it grounds you to earth. It grounds you to what education in Islam really is, in the sense that Islamic education is all about foundations. And it's also all about valuing education. You're not just getting education to add attributes to yourself, but rather you're getting education to learn more about Islam, structure your connection with Allah more sincerely, and so you can actually perform the obligations you have with Allah in the right way. And this is where the Fatiha comes. And me personally, I've learned so much, and my recitation has grown in tremendous levels in my time during the Hibr Institute, just by learning the fundamentals of reciting Fatiha. And that is something that I have to thank Allah for guiding me to be able to educate it by Sheikh Abdul Rahman. The way he used Fatiha to kind of teach us most of the rules on how to recite the Quran, and at first you think it's repetitive, but subhanallah, once you actually start to apply these kind of rules that he has told us during these short segments in class, you start seeing the daily recitations you do in the Quran become more smooth, and that you start to actually enjoy the connection with the Quran. And ultimately, to conclude, that is what I find the most pleasing outcome of this class, being the fact that my relationship with the Quran has grown significantly. I'm able to read the Quran without many pauses, more fluently, and actually listening to others, I feel like I can correct them, in a sense, if I hear major mistakes. And I think that is a skill that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. That's a skill I'm going to be able to introduce to my children. And that's why I ultimately would recommend this to other people who are interested in this institute. As a Muslim man or a Muslim woman, when you're gaining this education about reciting the Quran, you're not only thinking about yourself, but you're also thinking about the generations you're going to raise. And once we as a community start to push away these kind of required fundamental knowledgeable pursuits, then we're not only going to be blamed, but our own generations will have that consequence of our lack of knowledge. So, inshallah, I would actually strongly recommend anybody to actually go to this institute. And subhanallah, if you have the chance, make sure to send many praises and thanks to Allah for giving you the chance to be in this institute.